2 years ago, we agreed that we'll have a TV show. So I began planning for my TV show. Last year, finances of the economy and everything, as you plan, the money will do what? I do that, after cost, they told me that the whole money will cost like 4 million. In the account, it's 100,000. It was nothing for one reason only, to showcase yourself. No be so? So when you put something on TV, you want people to hear about you. He said, why are you stuck on local TV? When I mean local, it's that time that go online, you will spread your word. And we went online, we're on Facebook Live, on digital. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. So what happens is, how do we expand with the little we have? That's what I'm teaching today. You might have a dream of 10 million, and what you have is 1,000 naira. How can I use 1,000 naira to achieve 10 million naira worth of dream? Do you know it's possible? That's what we're going to do with today. So we're going to read Luke. Before you drink that, we're going to read Luke 9:12 to 17. In the day, the 12 approached and said to him, send the crowd away. Please, I want you to take this. This is a principle here that will change your concept. They said, well, send the what? Crowd away. So they can go into the surrounding villages, countryside to find food and lodging. Because we're in a deserted what? Place here. So what was it? The disciples were hungry. Don't be so. They now looked around. Every other person was what? Hungry. They now said, oh yeah, mind your business. Everybody can't mind what? Your business. Let's send them away. You can't mind your business. You can't mind your business. But do you know what Jesus said to him? Well, we're talking about need now. The expansion factor, the number one point is what? Need. And a lot of us come with one need and hungry. Some of us are hungry to feed our family. Some of us have a lot of different what? Needs. So what happened was, disciples went to Jesus and said, let's send them away. You know we are hungry too, we are hungry. We can't take care of us. And all of us are like that. You know what? When you start, there's a problem. We have to say, but mind your own problem. Let me mind what? My own problem. Is that not so? Then, what did Jesus say to them? Jesus said to them, you. Let me say it again. Say it. You do what? Give them something to eat. Now, let me surprise you. When you're in a place of need, if you recognize there's a problem, you have this salvation. Let me say it again. When you have a problem and you have recognized it, who is the salvation? Let me say it again. If you are in a situation where only you understand that, you know, you can be in a situation, you don't even understand your situation. So if you understand that you are in a situation, who is the salvation? He said to them what? You give me what? Give them what? To eat. So let's say you have a need in your marriage. Most of the time, what you combine is actually one part. And you find out before your husband that they're living in marriage. Please, who is the salvation of the home? Does that make sense now? You are in your workspace. There is a need. And you're the one that found out. Who is the salvation? You. So when they told them that, we go to the second point, the place of idea. So let me say idea. An idea comes up. An idea what? Comes up. What was the idea that came up? No. We have no more than what? 5 loaves and 2 fish. Now what happens is when you find the need, something that comes to your mind is maybe I have something here. But that thing is always looks like it's just enough for you. You know what I mean by that? It's like I have come a solution with Uber. If I share it with others, it will not be what? Enough. So then what do I do? Let me keep it. So when you look at the 5 loaves, short after the disciples said, let's not be bringing 5 loaves and 2 fish. So you understand that cannot even be enough for we, the 12 disciples. So that must you what? Go. Now, what I'm saying that is an idea. When you understand you're the salvation, an idea will always come. But the idea was foolish. It does not look like something that can help you to be enough for you, now, and also to what? Help any other what? Person. Remember what I'm saying now, it's very important you get this. So let's imagine. It comes up. And what happens? It's too small. It's too short. You don't, if you tell someone they will laugh at what? They will laugh at you. Then you look at your pocket, if it's money, as I said, it's 1,000 naira. And the idea to accomplish it is what? 10 million. Then you sit down. And this is where most of us stop. Because the idea we have is not commensurate to the dream. What do? You say it's not. That's not the solution. So what do? You drop it. But you know that thing after someone else will pick and run with it. So what do you need? This is the changing point, the game changer. We did an empowerment program recently. And there was one thing the grown speaker said, an idea is nothing. Let me say it again. An idea is nothing. I know people that have 1,000 ideas. Or because it was still on paper, it became what? Nothing. Till there is a step taking. Another step taking. Idea is what? Nothing. It should be the most beautiful ideas are in the days of the poor people. They will dream. They will dream. In the dream, they were president of Nigeria. They did not take one. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. So if your idea is on paper, it's what? Nothing. So how do I move this idea from paper into something else? I'm teaching you something. Here comes in the third point, organization. Third point is what? Organization. I will just list it and I will break it down into your workspace and into your marriage. It's very important to get this. The third one is what? Organization. Let's go to what Jesus said to them. He now said something very funny. Remember there were 5,000 men. He now said, break them into what? 50 group each. Do you know that he didn't feed the 5,000 immediately? He fed first group A, B, C, D. Do you know what that means to you? No matter how big your dream is, it starts one step, second step, third step. The problem why you've not tried your dream is that you're seeing the whole picture. The whole picture keeps you going, but you must take it plan A, plan B, plan C, and what happens? You arrive at 5,000. So he broke them into 50s, and what happened? He fed them all, and he started breaking them. He kept giving them to the disciples said before the crowd. Everyone did what? Let me say it again. Well, he did not come and say, 5,000 stand, or let's give you. He started with what? 50s. Every big dream starts what? Small. Do you know where KMA? I've seen KMA. I've seen KMA in big stadiums in every city in the nations of the earth. But they started here. Does it mean I will not continue my small steps? I will. And that day it will come. So say, they materialize from somewhere. Oh, we did not. We started with the 50s. But our intention was the 5,000. We took one step. We took two steps. Am I making sense to you? What I'm saying that is I have beautiful women and here. Nigeria is a place where ideas can fly. The needs of people while meeting your needs. You see, I had the need to go online to spread to many people. I didn't have the capacity. But I needed to meet with someone who had the capacity that I would help and also what? Help myself. So what happened to the disciples was when they stopped thinking about themselves alone, they fed 50s, 50 to 5,000, but they were also being fed when they were feeding those people. But how they fed with 5 loaves and 2 fish, they know not how. What happened was they began 1 step, 2 steps. Why are you jumping to 10 steps? This principle, when I read it all the time, it encourages me because this principle is Jesus trying to tell us that even with how big his dream was, there with what? 1 small step. Are you bigger than our God? Everything starts what? 1. When he created the world, it started with 1 woman. 1 woman. All our dreams begin with what? 1 step. Am I making sense to you? I want you to, so that you will not be discouraged this time of famine. You will not look around and say, it's you only me that is suffering. We are all going through challenges, but your attitude towards it will determine what will come out. Am I making sense here? So what happened? They changed their attitude and started meeting the needs of people while meeting what? Their needs. Then the crux of the matter comes in. You have met their needs. Go to the last page, the verse. I like this. So you know, I had a problem. I managed to get 1, 2, 3. I struggled with 3 and 4. But in the 5th one, this last one, why was that I expanding the way I wanted to expand? Then the Lord told me, everyone ate on his faith. Then they picked 1 basket of the leftover pieces. You know the problem with our profits? We think the profit is only the big things. The profit is in the leftover. Those things that people overlook, there are profits in them. Let me say it again. The problem why we don't expand at the level we want to expand is that when you finish, you don't count the profits you don't have. You will count the impact, you will count the finances, you will count the collaborations so that you can expand more. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. So when you know that all of us would have stood up, maybe we are among the 50s each, would have stood up and walked away. But nobody knew that 12 baskets. I'm saying again, nobody knew that what 12 baskets came out of it. What is that saying to you? You sit down and say, I don't have money. You search around you, there are leftovers.